Are you joking me? What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I am back with another Q&A, simply because I can't think of anything to film and I really can't be bothered to film anything. I'm only joking, but I am back with a Q&A. So what I did was I basically stuck a Q&A on my Instagram earlier on today, so I am filming this straight away. I'm going to stick it up tonight, hopefully praying to God if my iPhone does play ball. But I stuck a Q&A up on my Instagram. It's been up for a good few hours now, so I've got quite a few questions. I have just got them here on my iPad again because, as you guys know, I do film with my phone. Without wasting any time, we're just going to crack on with this. I'm going to get on to the first question. Now, the first question is, when is the next food challenge, Kiffy? I do not know when the next food challenge is. To be honest, I don't actually think I've done a food challenge, never mind this being the next food challenge, but I do have quite a few things planned. In fact, I do actually have something planned for next week, which I'm definitely going to film, so you guys will definitely see that. But apart from that, I'm not actually sure when, you know, a big food challenge is going to be, like a 15k, 20k, whatever the hell K you want to call it. I'm not actually sure, but I'm not sure. There is something lined up for next week that might be up next weekend or the following weekend. I'm not actually too sure, but it will be up. You guys will see it, so don't worry about that. Now, going on to question number 2, your best advice on fat loss. Now, this is one of the biggest questions that I actually get asked on the daily, along with things like what's the best ab exercises and things like that. You know, do you do this, do you do that? But what's the best advice on fat loss? Well, my best advice anyway, is obviously I'm going to say it's a calorie deficit, but I'm not just going to kind of leave it there. There's like a little bit more to it than that, but it's just a case of you do need to be in a calorie deficit. You do need to kind of maybe eat less, become more active. Obviously that might put you easier in a calorie deficit, but you just need to be patient. You need to stay consistent. Patience and consistency in a calorie deficit are like the biggest things that you mainly need to stick to, obviously, for fat loss. But then again, there's the difference between fat loss and weight loss. A lot of people get them mixed up, but again, both of them do require a calorie deficit. So the main thing I would say, my best advice is just be patient and stay consistent, but obviously make sure you are staying accountable, make sure you're in a calorie deficit. If you don't know if you're in a calorie deficit, jump on the scales, weigh yourself, drop your food. If you're not dropping weight, you're not in a calorie deficit. Do you know what I mean? Go by body composition as well. Only use the scales as a dictator. Don't use them for anything else. Don't become obsessed by the scale weight, because that is just going to throw you off completely, and it's the last thing you're going to want. But as I said, patience and consistency are the two biggest things that you want to stick to. So let's jump on to the next question. Were you always at high calories in your life? Well, naturally I'm a fat kid, so I'm not actually sure if I was ever at high calories, but I did used to eat a lot of food. Now, bearing in mind I have been dieting for quite a long time, so I am still pretty food focused, but not food focused enough just to kind of ruin absolutely everything. I am taking in a lot of calories. It's not a problem. I'm not getting fat. I am expending a lot of calories outside of that. You know, my expenditure just in general without actually training is quite a lot. Obviously my metabolism, everything comes into play. So I was never at really a high amount of calories. Obviously, even when I was dieting, I went through diets where my calories have been as low as maybe 1200, so they've never always been high. But again, it's a learning experience. I am just off a prep. My calories are pretty high. As I said, I'm not getting fat. I'm still expending a lot, so all of the calories are going to good use. Now, next question. How have you made such big improvements in such short time? Magic pill, please. This is like one of the biggest, most hated questions ever. In fact, I'm not even going to use that word hate. Really disliked questions. Like, seriously, this is one of like the biggest things. Like, I dedicate my full life to my training, you know, my eating, absolutely everything, making sure that I am getting in enough calories, making sure I am getting in my training sessions, making sure I am doing the basics, making sure I'm doing the big compounds, making sure I'm progressing, making sure this, making sure that, making sure this, making sure that. But there is no like, this can be the exact same for putting on or losing. There is no magic. Well, in fact, that's a lie, because obviously you do get shit like fucking Juice Plus, you get things like Herbalife, you get all that rubbish, but There is no magic pill. There's nothing that can be done apart from staying consistent with the hard work. And this is one of the things that annoys me, because unless you really do understand, say for instance, a proper gaining phase, or staying the fuck with a gaining phase, like it's fine to be in a surplus, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you maybe eat 1 meal, 2 meals, and that's it. They're not going to be anything that's going to be beneficial towards you. So everything's just basically flung off, and it's the exact same. You could be in a calorie deficit from Monday to Thursday, and then fuck everything up from Thursday to Sunday, and then what happens when you're back to Monday? There's been no progress made. This is just one of the things as well, like, it's staying consistent with your nutrition, but the main thing is staying consistent with training. It's fine to lift heavy for 1 week, 2 weeks. You know, what do you do after them 2 weeks? Do you just think, all right, okay, my body's a little bit sore, so, you know, I'm just going to deload for the next week or something like that. Then I'm going to try and get back to normal. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Or maybe you just lift heavy for a couple of weeks and then think, nah, that's it. I don't really need that. That's like not the thing. Like, it needs to be consistent, you know, months along the line, years along the line. Like, I'm still a beginner. I've only been training for 5 years now. You know, I'm constantly always looking to progress on my basics, progress obviously on my big compounds. I'm not overly focusing on the fluffy work like the isolation moves and things like that. I am still doing isolation work. I'm still doing a lot of isolation work, should I say. But that is not the priority. The priority is staying the fuck with the basics. You know, your deadlifts, your big heavy pulls, your heavy presses, you know, absolutely everything like that. But as I've said, there's no such thing as a fucking magic pill, so please just get that absolutely shot out the window. There's nothing to do with that. It's staying with the food and staying with training. That's the main thing. You know, fucking 7 days a week without fail, nothing different. Do you know what I mean? I would never just randomly take weeks off here, weeks off there, and do something else that's going to hinder my progress. It's always going to be there, whether the situation's really good and my training's all going well, or the situation is really shit and my training's going shit. Pretty much, that's what it is. It's just staying the fuck with it. But that's what I said. There is no magic pill, so please just get that too. Fuck. Now, next question. Have you had any coaching / advice on exercise form? What? Are you joking me? Oh my days, that is absolutely crazy. What? This is like the same again. Oh my god, this is like a Q&A turning into a rant, and I don't even want it to turn into a rant, so I'm going to quickly cover this in approximately, I don't know, 30 seconds, if I can, right? Have I had any coaching / advice on exercise form? No, I have not. And why? Because I don't need it. Like, this is one of the things, and this is one of the things that you always see, the little tiny skinny boys that are coming in, I don't know, maybe 140, 150 pounds or something like that are like really small. They are over obsessed on the perfect form. Now, the perfect form is going to get you one thing, and that is absolutely fuck all. Whether you're focusing on something to do with D handles, whether you're focusing on something to do with cuffs, whether you're putting this here because it helps you get you from fucking A to B, it's like the perfect form absolutely sucks shit. And like, this is one thing that people need to understand, right? Form is really important. That is one thing. I'm not going back on my word and saying form is not important. Form is really important, but focusing on the perfect form 24/7, every single exercise, compound, isolation, whatever the fuck it is the, like, I would put that down to be one of the worst things ever. Like, especially when it's getting to, say for instance, a set that's going to be really intense. Say for instance, a compound move, a deadlift, or, you know, I don't know, a pressing move for instance. It's not going to be pretty near the end of your set. Now, if you're doing a set of, say, 12 to 15 reps, and your set is, your 15th rep is as pretty as your first rep, you're simply not lifting heavy enough, you're not training hard enough, you're not training intense enough. What are you going to get out of it? Fuck all. That's why you're going to come back next year on stage, you're going to look the exact same again, and there's going to be fuck all made, maybe apart from putting on like 0.5 of a pound, and that's like the worst things ever. But I've just rambled on longer than 30 seconds. I said it was only going to be 30 seconds, so I'm going to wrap that one up there. But have you had any coaching / advice on exercise form? No, I have not. If you've got a problem, please send me a message, because I would love to hear what exercise form is absolutely shit that obviously I've been doing. But apart from that, we're going to move on to the next question. Now, how do you have such a big appetite? I force feed myself 4,500 calories. I don't know. I mean, as I said, I've just came off a diet. My appetite is going to be pretty through the roof, because obviously I've been dieting for so long. But even at that, before I went onto diet, throughout my last off season, it was not long, it was around 4.5 months. For anyone that's into bodybuilding, for anybody that's a bodybuilder, for anybody that understands off season, 4.5 months is fuck all. But I was putting absolutely everything into that. I was eating and eating and eating and eating, and of course training hard as fuck. So I guess I've just always had a big appetite. I don't find it a struggle eating, which again is beneficial because that's when it comes back to making improvements. I don't have the struggle of force feeding myself food all the time. I basically eat what I need to eat the macros that I feel that obviously I need to get in pretty clean food, and then apart from that, on top of that, I eat whatever the fuck I want. Put it this way, I eat 2 boxes of cereal post-workout every single day, so I don't know, does that not say it? But that's really it. How do you have such a big appetite? It's just really a case of going through it and basically making sure that I'm getting in enough food that I need to get in to make the improvements that I want to make. So that's really it. On to the next question. Oh my god, this is from the man Dave Gill himself. What came first, the chicken or the egg? See, to be honest with you, mate, I don't actually know, and I don't even understand that question. I don't even know if I want to answer that question because I don't want to make myself look like an absolute tit because I really don't understand it. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you even know what came first, the chicken or the egg? In fact, I think I'm just going to have to send you a message because I would actually like to know the answer to that, but I don't actually know. So I think that's just going to call it a day there, guys. I'm going to keep this one short. I do apologise for that, but there is more content coming very, very soon. Hopefully at the end of this weekend, maybe into the start of next week. But I do hope you have enjoyed this little Q&A, guys. If you have enjoyed it, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me because I do appreciate it a lot. It helps me, of course, and as I said, it means a lot to me. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new because we are still growing. So hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys in the next video.